Hey everybody and welcome back to some more Prison Architect. It is currently day 37 here in our prison. It's 1 AM, we're mid-shakedown, and if you remember correctly, at the very end of last episode, we got a call from one of our doctors letting us know that there had been a virus outbreak and that 3 of our prisoners had been infected, and we were assigned the task of uninfecting those people or curing those people to stop the virus from spreading. And so what I did between episodes, I did a little bit of a look around because I wasn't quite sure what that meant or how in the world we were going to treat these infected prisoners, and I came across Yuffie, who, as you can see by just looking at his face, kind of looks like a dead man walking. He looks like a little bit of a zombie, so I'm assuming that we're going to have 3 people around the prison who look like Yuffie, so I'm again going to assume here real quick that we just need to grab one of our doctors and send them over to Yuffie. Maybe we have to do this the other way around, I'm actually not quite sure, but if I do that, that is going to send my doctor over there. Hopefully, that doctor is going to cure Yuffie and make him look a little bit less like a Walking Dead, extra character. But I'm not quite sure where any of the rest of them are. But one thing that we can do is we can zoom right in. If we go to report and prisoners, we can very quickly kind of just zip through all of our prisoners here. Meanwhile, trying to keep a very close eye on any of them that might be green, like this guy. What is his name? Is that Ellison? Ellison? One second. Who is this guy? No, that's this guy. What's this guy's name? This is Vincent or Wyatt? Wheat? I'm not quite sure, but this guy also is very green. Okay, did we cure this guy? Has he been cured? Treated. Okay, he has been treated. All right, doctor, I need you to come and treat Vincent. Where was he at? Was he right here? Here he is. Okay, doctor, I need you over there. So he's at the very end of this bit of... Oh, he's in maximum security. I'm looking at minimum security. Okay, where is our doctor? You need to come all the way over here and cure Vincent. I think if I just right-click on that door, yes, you should go over there. So, what sector was Yuffie from? He's from medium security, so I'm going to assume that we have one for maximum, one for minimum, and then one for medium. So the last one here is going to be for minimum, which narrows it down a little bit, but not by much, because minimum is by far our largest sector. So where in the world is the last green man? Hopefully he is in his bed. I'm seeing quite a few empty beds. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know if they're just spare beds. We do have 5 minimum security guys arriving in the morning. But hopefully, there he is. There he is. Totem? Anyway, whatever his name is, you are the last person who needs treating. The doctor is still on the way over there. I guess we could probably just grab a different doctor. She's taking a sweet time. Look at this. Jeez. Alright, so we did set up a new infirmary up here, but apparently there are 0 doctors in there whatsoever. For some reason, Scott Sandy, age 56, is in the infirmary with nothing to do right now. I could have sworn we had more doctors. What? Where are all the doctors? Staff members? Doctors? We have 4 doctors. I have no idea where they're at. We're going to hire a brand new doctor just to go and treat this new guy who is Totem. Where is he at? He is... Let me zoom right in so I can find this. He is right there. Okay, so let me try and keep an eye on where he is. He's kind of in this block above the polo room. Okay, so let's go grab our new doctor. Come on, I need you. What's your name? Your name is... Doctor. Okay, sure. We need the new doctor to come and treat this guy. So I'm assuming if we do that, that's going to go ahead and treat him. We still have 3 infected. Now, I'm hoping that that's still classifying Yuffie, sorry, as infected. And hopefully, now that he's treated, he will become uninfected fairly soon. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to speed things up a little bit here, though. Try and get the doctors to our patients fairly quickly and try and treat all these guys as fast as possible before they can try and spread this to everybody else. I guess we probably want them healed by morning. Is he treated? He is also treated. And is the other guy treated? Where is he at? He's over here. He has also been treated. Okay, so I think we have beaten the virus outbreak. The shakedown is still underway. We haven't found any tunnels, anyone trying to escape, which is good. And so we can start working on some other stuff. This guy, could someone come and clean this up? Can we have a cleanup on aisle 12 in the infirmary, please? Jeez, look at that. The blood's just disappearing. It just soaked into the floor. That is ridiculous. Do we need more janitors? We've got 12 janitors. But the prison is looking a bit of a mess. Like, the holding cell is a little disgusting. We could probably do with a couple more. All right, you know what? We're going to put this up to 15, and we're going to hope that that's enough to kind of take care of everything that's going on in the prison. And now I want to focus in on the 2 quests that we have left, or the 2 grants that we have left to do over here on the left. One of them is Cell Block E, which we'll get to in a second, but the first one is the Carpentry Apprenticeship Program, which we've been doing for quite a long time. So, I don't know if I showed this at the end of last episode, but if we go to Programs and the Carpentry Apprenticeship, which is the one after the Workshop Safety Induction, actually has some people who are interested in doing it now, and so we should finally be able to start making some of the superior beds. But as some people in the comment section did point out, one of the reasons why we're not getting that done is because all of the people working in the workshop are heavily suppressed. We have this armed guard in here who is there for safety reasons. He's there to make sure that nobody steals anything from the workshop, but we're not going to complete the Carpentry Apprenticeship Program until the prisoners who are in the workshop doing the carpentry feel safer. I guess if they're super suppressed, they're not really motivated to do more stuff. They're not really motivated to take those extra classes and to move on to being able to make the superior beds. And so, for the time being, we're going to go to our armed guard and we're going to undeploy this guy over here. We're going to have nobody in the workshop whatsoever. The only guard is going to be the guy outside the workshop. They do still have to walk past the guard to get into and out of the workshop, and they do still have to pass through this metal detector here. And, oh, I was going to say, and this metal detector here, but these guys over here in minimum security actually don't have any kind of metal detectors. So, let me quickly throw down like 2 more here. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I guess I do. It's going to be a little bit expensive, and it's going to cost us a lot in terms of energy. How are we doing right now? We're not doing particularly great. And I think if I was to try and add those 4 new metal detectors to the bottom power grid, which is this one on the right here, that would definitely overload this capacitor. And so, I'm thinking it might be about time that we institute a new power grid. Quite possibly. Now, I'm not quite sure where I would go about putting that. You can see I've done quite a bit of outlining here. I don't know if I did this. It's been like 2 weeks since the last episode of Prison Architect, and so I'm not quite sure if I did this this planning after last episode or before last episode, but essentially, I planned out a bunch of new cells that are going to take us up to about 500 capacity. I put a bunch over in minimum security, a bunch in medium, and a bunch in maximum. Most of them are in minimum security, including this big block over here that we're ready to go with. And I've also planned a bit of a move over here because I'm not really too happy with this section, the chapel, the common room, and the classroom that we have. And so what I want to do is I want to expand those out. You can see I've kind of left a bit of room here. If I go to planning, you can see this a little bit better. But I want to expand these out downwards a bit, make them all a bit bigger, and move the workshop over to here into this nice big room. According to the wiki, this is the optimal size for a workshop. This is 22 by, I think, 12? 22 by 14, which I believe is the optimal size for the workshop. Any bigger, and it's not, you're wasting space at that point, and any smaller, you can't fit as many prisoners working in there as possible. So I think this is the optimal size, if the wiki is still up to date and to be believed. As for this new power grid, where do I want to put a new power station? I guess, oh, what? Who is dying? Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Our Supermax guy. Did he try and escape? His cell quality is 2, which apparently is above average. It's probably because he's got a shower in there. But what happened? He has been charged with misconduct, destruction, attacking a staff, serious injury, and 2 counts of murder, plus 20 more? What? This guy. He's extremely strong, extremely tough, fearless, expert fighter. My goodness. This guy. Flipping. Can we give him just like unlimited solitary hours? Let me see here. Show rap sheet. Punish. I guess we could. I guess we could just kind of pile on the days in solitary and just hope that he never leaves. Try and keep on top of this guy. How much solitary we just given him? We've given him 168 hours in solitary. You know what? Let's bump that up to over 200. This guy is going to spend the next 216 hours in solitary confinement. Also, I can guess 60 minutes in lockdown, which, jeez, look at these. They were both guards. What the heck? We have one armed guard patrolling here to stop this happening, and it didn't manage to stop it. Flippin' heck. Jeez. Alright, we're not doing a particularly good job over here. We could probably do with a guard patrolling inside of the visitation room here. You know what? He's gonna have like the world's weirdest patrol path. He's gonna go around like that. Sure, why not? We have a guy going there just to make sure that nothing fishy is going on in the visitation area. And I'm thinking, for the time being, I'm just gonna put the new power grid right there. I say it for the time being. I don't really want to have to move it at some point in the future, so I would like to have this in a permanent position, but we don't really have one outlined just yet for a new power grid. So I think what we're going to have to do... You know what? No, I'm going to put it down right about there, because I want to have more rooms coming kind of up the side here for minimum security. So for now, we're going to put it right there. It is going to be out in the open. Eventually, once we build down here and build out this new wing for minimum security, we will go ahead and surround it and get it enclosed. But I think for the time being, it should be fine out in the open like that. And you know what? We'll also go ahead and throw down a couple of capacitors around it like so. Don't want to put too many down because those things are pretty expensive. They cost 1,000 a piece. But once that's up and running, we will go ahead and connect up these new metal detectors to that power grid. And what I'll probably also end up doing is disconnecting like the left-hand side of minimum security here, kind of disconnecting the cafeteria and this top section here, and reconnecting it to the new power grid over here, just to kind of ease up on the amount of power being used here, because this is very close to maxing out. We've got 135 infected prisoners. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, okay. Everybody, bang up. Get back to your cells. Oh, what happened? Was I supposed to lock them all down? Oh, can we... This is going to take so long. What the heck? So what happens if I just leave them in bang up now? Do they all die? Are they going to die, or do they just stay sick? It says needs treating. Do I have to go through with my doctors and heal every single one of these people? Okay, you know what? We're going to hire a bunch of doctors. It's going to cost us a fair bit, but we need to start working through these prisoners, because every single one of them needs healing. So you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. If this... Oh, this is going to take years. Are you fine? You're fine. Are you fine? I can't tell. You look fine. So you can go there, and you can go there. Let me see if this is what we need to do. Do we need to treat all of these people? We do. We actually have to treat everybody. Oh, this is going to take forever. Okay, guys, I'm going to go away. I'm going to try and treat every single prisoner in the prison, and I'm going to keep everybody in bang up until that total number of infected prisoners hits 0. Once it hits 0, we will let everybody out again. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to try and treat all these guys, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so everybody isn't actually treated yet, and I haven't been away for that long, but it turns out that my doctors will actually walk around and treat everybody without me having to click on every single cell manually. You'll see here they're just kind of walking past, and if they walk past a cell with an infected prisoner, you'll see this guy is actually going to every single cell and trying to treat them all. And so I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to hope that my doctors here are good enough to go around and cure everybody, and I'm going to try and wait until this number gets, like, seriously lower than it is right now. If it gets to, like, 4 or 5 left and the doctors are not treating them, then we're going to have to go and actually individually find those people. But for now, we're going to keep everybody in lockup. It's not going to bode too well. There are 200 prisoners who have serious complaints. That number is rising by the second. But we need to control this virus outbreak. We can't have everybody roaming around when all these people are sick, because it looks like even if they're treated and they're still infected, that they can still pass on this virus. And so we're going to have to wait until the number of infected prisoners goes down drastically before we can actually change anything. So we'll see how that goes. Whilst we're doing that, hopefully none of our workmen have been infected. I don't think that they can be. At least I'm hoping they can't be. While we're waiting for those guys, let's go ahead and let's start hooking up our new power grids. I'm going to run this all the way up here. I'm going to disconnect this, like, right about here. Let's go ahead and dismantle utility. Let's dismantle... I want to dismantle... Oh, I don't want to dismantle the pipes. So, I guess I'm going to have to do it, like, here. Because I don't want to have to dismantle these water pipes. So let's go ahead and dismantle that. And that's going to disconnect this power grid from all the stuff over here. And it's going to connect everything to this power grid, I guess, once this is all built. So we'll go ahead and do that as well. Hopefully that works out. That's turned everything off, so hopefully we can get that back up and running. That's probably not helping the fact that everybody's locked in their prison. It's currently pitch black. The electricity is out in minimum security, which is where the bulk of the infected people are. This guy wants alcohol. This guy wants recreation. I foresee a bit of a riot when we let everybody out. This is probably not going to end particularly well, but we'll see how it goes. We will see how this goes. Why is the water flashing? I feel like it shouldn't be. Yeah, no, I feel like that should be fine. I disconnected the power there. We'll see if that comes back online once we've actually hooked up all of the electrical cable here. Hopefully some people are coming to work on that. They are. And we do want to make sure that we go ahead and hook up both of these with some power as well. I think that should work. Like one cable there should hook both those up, and I think the one cable there should hook both of those up. Hopefully I don't have to do it through the wall here and here, but we'll see how that works out. We're down to 94 infected prisoners. So the number is dropping. It's going down. Our doctors are doing a fairly good job of treating all of those who are infected. This guy is somehow not infected. He's in like a ward full of infected people. For the most part, it looks like everybody is treated now, which is good. So hopefully, it's now like 10 p.m. Hopefully by the morning, everybody will be no longer infected, and we will be good to let everybody out for breakfast, because we're no longer inciting a riot. Hopefully everyone will get up, have their day as normal, they'll have a shower, they'll eat, everything will be good, and there'll be no issues. That's the plan, at least. We'll see how that works out. So, did this work out? No. Did we overload it? We did. We overloaded it. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw down, I guess, a couple more capacitors all around here, like so. We'll go ahead and fill it up with some capacitors and hope that that's it. That should be more than enough to get all this back online and running again, so that's good. Whilst we are waiting for that, I think I'm going to start expanding out the new prison, because I do want to get these new areas built fairly quickly. I don't want to rush it too much, but I do want to get them up and running at some point in the near future. So let's go ahead and do something like that, I guess. That's going to bulldoze that wall, which is going to make those two cells uninhabitable, but at the same time is fine. So let's do that. Let's run along here, and let's get this. It's a bit of a weird-shaped cell block that we're building, just because this guy's in here, or he's not in there anymore, but because of this cell that we've built for our legendary prisoner there. Flipping heck, all these guys are awake and just ready to start a riot. We might have to get the... Oh, look at this. What is this? Oh, what the heck? I'm putting free fire on. We did this before, and it didn't end too well because it results in people getting shot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, people are not happy at all. The number of infected prisoners is going down, but our prison is blood splattered right now. There is blood in the yard, all over medium security, a little bit in maximum security. What the heck? All right, you know what? Just in case, we're gonna get the riot police in. We're gonna call in 2 teams of riot police. Three teams of riot police. You guys, come and sort this out. I need you to like fix this for me. Some of you go to like maximum as well. A few of you go to maximum. A few of you go to medium. Get this sorted out. Minimum security for the most part is not too bad. There is a fight going on right here. Oh my gosh, can we turn this back on now? Switch on. There we go. Okay, minimum security is back. Has power again. So hopefully we see a little less going on right there. The riot police, for the most part, aren't doing anything, because I don't think we have a riot on our hands. But I like them here. It's going to give us some peace of mind. My goodness, there is so much going on. What the heck? I'm still waiting for this to go down. I am adamant that we will not release the lockdown or the bang up until all of those 19 people are gone, because we do not want our prison to get anywhere near as bad as it once was. These guys look like they're almost done building the new foundation over there. We will also go ahead, and I don't want to extend out maximum security just yet, although I guess it's probably safe because they are all in bang up. I didn't want to do it just in case anybody tried to escape, but hopefully they won't, he said very optimistically. Do we have enough money to do that? How much does that cost? 10,000? Oh, there we go. We do have enough money to do that. I was going to say, we got quite a bit of money up here. We could probably do with another guard tower. Like, we got one there, I guess, but we could probably do with, like, another one right there, just in case anyone tries to escape out this way, and it's not covered by this guard tower or this guard tower. So we'll get another one of those up, and we will hire a 4th sniper. We've currently got 1, 2. Do we have one by the front door? We do. We've currently got 4 sniper towers, 3 sniper towers and 3 snipers. So I'm going to go ahead and hire 2 more. That's going to take us up to 5, which is going to give us 1 extra at any given time. We're back down to 3 infected prisoners. It is 6 a.m., so everyone is, like, wanting to go out and get breakfast fairly soon. I really would like it if that number would hit 0 pretty quickly. I don't know who is still left to be infected. Let's see. I'm going to try and find these prisoners. Okay, so not too long later, I found the 3 remaining infected prisoners. We have one here who is in solitary. This guy's Wilson. We also have, I think it's this guy. He's also in solitary. Let me find him here real quick. We've got definitely one of, here he is. We've got another one, Robinson, who is also in solitary. And then finally, we have Matt, who is also in solitary for another 42 minutes. What I'm going to do, somewhat unfairly, is I'm going to go ahead and punish all of these people. They've all been treated, but I'm going to give them an extra 24 hours of solitary confinement just to make sure that they do not get out of those cells and they cannot infect any of the other people. We can go ahead and, I guess, tell the riot police to leave now. They can just go home. You currently have... how much time left? It doesn't look like you have any time left, so I'm going to go ahead and give you an extra 24 hours in solitary. And then where was that last guy? It was this guy right here. He's still got 24 hours left, so I'm going to leave him. We're going to get rid of the bang-up, and I'm going to leave free fire on just in case anybody decides to get handsy when they get out of the prison for the first time. So we'll see how that happens. It looks like they didn't bulldoze this wall here, which I guess is a good thing. Let's go ahead and bulldoze here and here. And I think that should be fine for now. It's going to go ahead and unlock this whole new area over here, which is good. We'll also bulldoze. This looks like it's almost... Oh, no, they're still building this. So we'll wait until that's fully complete before we bulldoze that wall here. Otherwise, all of the maximum security guys are going to try and escape and get out of there. We do have one death already, which I'm not going to lie was to be expected. I would not be surprised if that was not the only death of the day. There have been quite a lot of, people who are not too happy with the way things are right now. Thankfully, the number of prisoners who say they are well treated is on the rise. That number is going up as we speak. So hopefully, things start looking up again pretty soon. This should fill in. Is that not done it like right there? It says requires entrance, but this should like constitute as an entrance right there. Maybe I have to throw down a large jail door. Or just any... Oh, no, there we go. Cancel that door. I don't want to build it. There we go. All right, so this is now ready to be built inside of. Oh, it's not quite. Oh, okay. So let's get rid of this yard. So we'll get rid of all of this. I completely forgot that we had a yard there. So we'll get rid of all the fence. Get rid of that fence there. We'll go ahead and unassign that as a yard because it shouldn't be a yard whatsoever anymore. We'll throw down normal concrete walls there and there. That looks fine. Everything else looks pretty good, and all of these rooms here should kind of reconnect and fill in once they're finished, I guess. Or maybe we might have to relog, I'm not quite sure. Sometimes the game does get a little bit buggy with, like, these kind of room entrances and stuff. It says requires entrance. I guess I might have to put down, like, a door just kind of on there just to make it recognize it as a room for some reason. There's a lot of blood, a couple of people unconscious. Hopefully, there's going to be an armed guard here. No one died, thankfully, but hopefully everything works out okay. Everyone's kind of calming down a little bit now. We're past the bulk of it. There is no longer anybody infected. Everything is looking pretty good for the most part. For the most part, everything is looking pretty good, which is good. It looks like we could do with a couple more guards. We've got 59 right now. We did have 60, but some of them did die, and they are all being used up. Actually, they're kind of freeing up a little. We'll bump it back up to 60. You know what? We'll bump it up to 65. And hopefully that's enough there. So we've got 19,800 people are starting to get released on bail, so our money is going up for the day. So I'm going to go over to the clone tool here, and I'm going to start cloning these. So up until now, I've been cloning every single cell individually. I'm not quite sure why, when I can just grab cell blocks as like a whole, like a block of cells like that, and kind of build them like this. This seems like a much... Oh, until you do something wrong like that and you fudge it all up. I was going to say, seems like a much easier way of doing things until... you just completely mess it up. But even then, it's not too hard to actually go ahead and undo some of your mistakes there. So let me get rid of that. I do still want to make sure that that is part of the kitchen. And I am fine with this being built as a wall. So let me go and try that one more time in the new area here. So where did we do it wrong? We did it wrong right there. So we'll fix that up. We can't quite do it down here. And that is not meant to be a wall. We're going to have one... Ooh, have I done that wrong again? Oh, I have, because here... Okay, so let me unselect, like, undo all of that there. because, and this is why you don't build in bulk, I've kind of eaten my words right there, because I'm going to build a hallway here that goes all the way along and allows people in the bottom section of this new area to get into the canteen without having to walk all the way up and around and down to the top here. Again, as always, just kind of a way to try and make it as easy as possible for people to flow throughout the prison and kind of remove as much congestion as we possibly can. We can do the exact same thing for the other side of the prison here if we just grab this and then do the same over here. Hopefully this time without misclicking and building a bunch of rooms that we don't mean to build. We can do something like that. That works out just fine. I guess we could probably do the same thing right about there. And then, oh gosh, we've bulldozed the wall. Let's put that back in. That's going to increase our capacity quite a bit. But we're not going to get up to anywhere near 500 in today's episode. We do need to kind of fill in this area, and fill in all this area to get even close to 500. I think even then that's only like 470, 475. So we're not going to be too close just yet, but we can go ahead and run this small pipe all the way along there, get all of these toilets up and running. I have left space in the middle here for what is going to be our new shower area, since we revamped this room over here into a visitation area. So actually, we might as well go quick build and then go and do something like this as well and get the other cells going there. We'll put a wall down through the middle like so. We also might as well do here and here like that. And then we will go ahead and grab the clone tool one more time and build in. I think that's that side, but just to be safe. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's go and do something like that. Nice. All right. So that's going to be a whole new area. Tomorrow, we're going to get a bunch of new minimum security guys. We have $7 in the bank. We've got $7, which is nowhere near enough to get all these cells up and running. We can't run any of the utilities down there or anything. But that should be fine. Thinking about it, I was looking at the grants between episodes. We're not, I don't think, in a position to where we could easily do the Reform Through Education Initiative grant just yet. But there were no other grants. These are the last 3 grants in the game. I thought there was a cell block F. That was a quest to get you to 1,000 cell blocks, but apparently there is not. At least not that I know of. It might be, the wiki might be outdated again. But there is no reason for us not to take this. It gives us 15,000 up front, which we might as well take, because, like I said, there are no other quests that we can complete. So we'll take that. We'll use that money to get our cell blocks here up and running. We do want to make sure that we get this new power grid kind of expanded down and around into the new area over here. We got quite a bit of room here to actually add a bunch of stuff to this power grid. I'm guessing the one over here has got a lot of space now. Yeah, this one's got a ton of space. What I might end up doing with this one, if we ever expand over into like this new area over here, if we ever spend 80,000 buying out this new land or this new big square of land, I might use that grid to expand out that way and kind of disconnect the bottom area here. But again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll get to that when the time comes. For now, let's just go ahead and run a nice large hot water pipe all the way down. You know what, we're going to go, I don't really want to go too close to the cells as per usual. So we'll go down like this, and we'll also run along and go down like this, because we are going to have a shower in the middle here as well. We're going to be using quite a bit of water, so we'll hook those up like that. I'll hook it up again at the bottom like so, just in case the water pressure doesn't make it all the way down to the bottom. We do also want to do it here and here. Those can connect up just to the pipe at the top there. We do want to grab the clone tool one more time to grab this and clone it there and there. It looks like, for the most part, all of these have been registered as cells. We have doubled up at the bottom here with this wall, but that's fine, because part of my plan is actually getting rid of this wall when we expand out downwards for here. So that doubled up wall there is fine for now. They haven't built this wall here, but I'm pretty sure we did tell them to build a wall kind of up the middle there. Then once all that's done, we do want to make sure that we hook these up again with some pipes, not hot water pipes at all. We want to make sure that those are standard pipes like that. And then just to make sure that these guys do not just go completely insane, we want to make sure that we get a shower in the middle like so. So we'll throw down a nice big shower in the middle there. We will grab the drain. We want to make sure we have drains on either side so we don't have any water kind of leaking out into the cells. And then we'll just have a ton of showers throughout here. We're going to have, we could put one there, I guess, but we're not gonna. We're going to put a drain there. We're going to have shower heads all the way along the middle like that, all the way along this side like that. And then I think what we'll do is, you don't have to put showers up against walls. People keep telling me that you don't have to put showers up against walls, but I think it looks kind of nice. So we're going to have one there, which is kind of one in. We're going to have one there, and then we'll have like a bunch in the middle. Do I want to go like that? No, not really, because that's not going to add enough space for like extra shower heads or anything like that. So we'll just grab normal shower heads, and we'll do something like that, like that, like that. We'll put ones at the end, like there and there, and then there and there. I right-clicked by accident and got rid of the entire wall. We'll put that back in. And then I guess we could do like this. And I guess... Ooh, is this not symmetrical? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It's not. So I want that to come down one more there and there and get rid of that. Yeah, I guess we could do this. It's going to be a little tight. But it is going to give us space to add a bunch more shower heads, which I am massively in favor of. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's put showers along there. Let's put showers along there. And that should be good. That's going to add a bunch of new room for hopefully all of the people in this area here. And speaking of showers, I do want to actually revamp these areas up here because we put down these showers over here to try and alleviate some of the pressure that's on this shower down here. And one of the problems that we were running into is too many people going to this shower. And we're still going to kind of have that issue because if we go to our regime, because currently we have free time before our shower time, which is good in the sense that some people will shower in that free time, and that's going to free up a bit of space in the shower. But what also ends up happening is a bunch of people go out into the yard for free time, and then when all, like, how many minimum security guys do we have? When all 140, which is the capacity, when all 140 of our minimum security guys go into the yard, and then try and go to the nearest shower, which ends up being this shower, that results in way too many people trying to get into this shower. And so I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to switch that around. We're going to have to put shower time first thing in the morning, and then we'll put sleep back there. We'll put free time after shower time. That way people are going to go to the nearest shower to where they sleep. So hopefully everybody in this area will go to this shower. Maybe like one or two of these guys might end up going to this shower up here, but that is fine. All of these guys should go to this shower. All of these guys are going to try going to this shower, and so what I want to do here is dismantle this cell. Probably going to end up dismantling this one as well and maybe making this one a double cell. But we're going to dismantle like everything here. We're going to go to objects, dismantle all the objects that we have here. We're going to unassign those as cells. They're not going to be cells. We're going to put another shower up here. And I'm going to do the same thing at the very top of this room as well. We're going to get rid of like these two cells and put a shower in there. It is a little bit space inefficient in terms of the cells that we're getting rid of to put showers there. But if it alleviates all of the damage and all of the riots and all of the deaths that come as a result of people trying to cram into one particular shower, I think it's going to be worth it. So we'll go ahead and unallocate these cells here, get them assigned to some of the new cells down here before we intake in the morning. Let's go to objects, dismantle all of the stuff that's here, and we'll go to walls, and we'll dismantle all of the walls that are there as well. We'll just get rid of that one there. We'll put like a little shower at the top here. We can probably turn off free fire at this point. We don't really need that on anymore. That should be fine. Let's throw down a brand new concrete wall right about there. Let's demolish this wall here. Actually, we don't want to do that bit, just that bit. And we'll expand this out. Maybe we'll make it into a dormitory at some point so we can fit two guys in here instead of one. But for now, we'll allocate this as a new shower area. And we're going to do exactly the same thing that we've done over here. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and essentially clone what we've got here and put it down right there, which should work out perfectly. It did. Cool. We'll go ahead and expand this out because otherwise the cell is not classified as a cell, so we'll do that. We don't want to make it a holding cell. We want to make it a normal cell like that. We want to make sure this is a shower area. We'll go back to objects. We'll grab some drains, put those there and there, and then throw down a bunch of showers just kind of along like that, and I guess like that, and I guess even like that. That's a lot of showers for the 6 guys who are probably going to end up using that, but that should be fine. This one is probably still going to be a little bit full. We should probably get rid... Yeah, we should probably get rid of this up here again. Get rid of these top 2 cells, make these ones a little bit bigger, and kind of do the same thing we've done over here as well, just again to alleviate how much we have going on to the bottom set here. So you know what? We'll get rid of that. We'll demolish all of the objects here. We'll unassign these as cells. We'll make sure all these guys get reallocated to new cells over here because we have 40 prisoners arriving in 1 hour, which is going to be incredibly fun. Before everybody wakes up, we're not going to get close to getting it done before everybody wakes up, but we can start hooking up all of these shower heads here with some water, so let's do that. Again, it's going to look like an absolute mess just because of how close together all these shower heads are, but that should work perfectly. I'll connect them up in the middle here again just to make sure that they all actually do get enough water pressure. I keep saying it, but we should eventually actually run hot water to all of our showers. I think that would drastically improve how people feel about taking showers. It seems to be working fine. Everybody's going to these showers up here. This one Like I said, it's still pretty full, probably because we didn't allocate this one in time, but once this is done, and once we have a new shower up here, it's going to be a little bit wider than some of the other showers, but that is fine. As per usual, we'll go to rooms, showers, allocate this as one nice big shower. For some reason, there's a wall there. I don't think that's actually a wall. I think that's just a bit of a visual glitch, but hopefully it'll go away once we restart the game. Let's put drains down there, and then we'll put our shower heads all the way around, like so. That actually reminds me, we do need to actually hook all of these up with water. Like, I bet these ones over here, yeah, just completely not hooked up and not usable, which is not the best. So we'll do that, and then over here, we'll go ahead and we'll do that as well. Like so, beautiful. So that should go ahead and alleviate some of the stress on this one here. If this one's still a bit full, we might have to put like another shower somewhere over here, possibly. But I think with like this area here going to the shower, we should be fine. And with this new big shower over here taking care of all of these guys, we should be fine as well. So I do want to go ahead and run a new deployment down here. Can I have this guy kind of walk through the shower? Like, can I have him walk through there? It looks like I can. I think we're probably better off having 2 guard patrols. That is going to take up more guards that we could have, like, doing other stuff. You'll see right now all of our guards are completely busy. Actually, that is because we have just taken in 40 new prisoners who are all kind of sat here in the reception. So, hopefully once that new intake is taken care of, all of our guards will be ready to go again. We should do another shakedown at some point fairly soon. We should also search some cell blocks randomly, just to make sure that no one is trying to tunnel out. Unfortunately, we can't do it just yet, because we have such a large intake going on, and none of our guards are free to do anything. We are making 15,000 a day. That number's probably a little bit inflated due to the number of people we've just taken in. But I'm going to bump it up to 70 guards. I made 72 by accident, but we've got 72 guards to 307 prisoners, which I think is a fair enough ratio for the time being. Oh my gosh, the ones here. Okay. Subsidence of the land has destroyed a large sector of the outer wall. You will have to repair it immediately. Okay. Oh, the mayor's calling. The media have started a campaign of the amendments granted to prisoners. It brings a lot of heat to my office. I'm passing a bill which will ban the exercise equipment. Oh, I don't want to ban exercise equipment again. And also, I can see that we have messed up over here in a big way by the looks of it. Because we've used, first of all, we've used brick instead of concrete, which was not right. But also, we've got like a bunch of fences. So let's go ahead and just kind of try and replace that all with concrete there. That should work out okay. And then we are going to also, that's where our fence used to be. Okay, so we are going to have to actually reallocate our fence here. So let me just run this, I guess for now, kind of up like this. There we go. That should work out fine. We've got 93 hours to get rid of all of the workbenches. Flippin' heck. All right, let's speed things up here. Let's get rid of all the workbenches. This is not going to end well, I don't think, for recreation. I think we're going to end up with a bunch of people complaining about the lack of recreation because we have a ton of workbenches. The workbenches out here, not the workbenches, the weights benches are like our #1 source of recreation. We have so many of them outside. So we're going to have to get rid of all of those. I guess we should also get rid of the ones there aren't any in minimum security, which we should probably fix. There should probably be some in minimum security. But for now, this is fine. We could probably do with making the minimum security yard much, much bigger. Because as you can see, this is not good. Can you like spread out a little bit here? Unfortunately, there's not really much space to expand down here because we've got the forestry area. So what I might end up doing is putting some more cells over here, and then putting like a big minimum security yard, maybe like out over here, possibly next to the workshop, maybe, we'll see. For now, it's probably fine though, so we'll leave that as it is. We've got $48,000, so we can easily start investing in some of these new expansions here. So let's go ahead and build all the way down to here. Let's build all the way along over to there. Did that build? Didn't build. Let's try that again. Let's build all the way over to there. Let's make sure we build up to here, which we can't do apparently. Let's try that again. Oh, it's not letting me. Oh, I can't overlap old things. Oh, okay. Sure. We'll do something like that. There we go. We'll also go and do this as well whilst we're at it. And we'll go. We don't need to build all the way up here yet. This is going to be a corridor for all the stuff that's going to be on this side. But for now, that can just remain where it is. And that's pretty much all of my planning. Of course, I've still got to implement all of the cells here, which is going to be the really expensive part of the whole setup. But for now, this should be fine. What is going on here? For some reason, why? What? Why is there not a wall there and there? There should be walls. Oh, it's broken here as well. We put a wall down there. They shouldn't be able to escape into the outside area like that at all. We got a sniper going to his sniper tower, which is good. Okay. Things are looking a little bit better. How are we doing? 58 prisoners say they're well treated. Everyone is not doing fantastic, but for the most part, people are doing okay. Also, in terms of needs, minimum security are fine. Normal security would like more food, and the maximum security desperately want more food. What is up with that? Oh, it's first thing in the morning. Okay, so no one's eaten yet. Everyone is now on their way to the cafeteria. Oh, also, one thing that I completely forgot about that I noticed between episodes, when I built new stuff, it's completely messed up my allocation. So this should be medium, 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 medium. All of this stuff should be medium security only. Over here, all of this stuff is going to be maximum security only. So let me make sure that's all allocated to maximum security. This is actually going to be now maximum security. The security isn't, but the chapel in the common room is now maximum security. This corridor is now maximum security because we have this over here for the the medium security guys, and then the armory is staff only. So we'll put staff only on the armory and the security room. Down here, this should all be minimum security only, and the new area that we're building is all minimum security only. The soldier confinement area is for everybody. The reception area is for everybody. That should also be medium security, and all of this should also be medium security. Nice. Alright, so that's all built. For some reason, this still isn't, like, actually forming as a room, and I think it's because of this, like, weird bit of foundation that we've got here. Like, we tried to build foundation, and it's not quite built it in some areas. So if I do this, what have I just done? Let's not do that. It says buildings. You know what? I'm just going to do this whole thing again, because apparently it just didn't work. It says 1020, which is fine. That should go and, like, fix all of the issues that we were having before with the fences, and turn this into an actual building that we can use and stop people, like, just walking all over the place and being able to wander out of it whenever they like. And I also completely forgot about all the stuff that we were doing last episode up here. So, if you remember last episode, again, it was a while ago, but we were setting up a shop, and I looked at it, and it says that it must be adjacent to the room shop front. Now, that's a little bit cryptic. It says it must be adjacent to the room shop front, whereas shop front is actually just an item. So I'm going to go ahead and throw down a shop front right about there. I think that's fine, and that should work. Like, people are going to be able to come up to this and then ask to buy stuff from the people in the shop. Is that the wrong way around? I think it's the wrong way around. Let me put that the other way around here. So let's make it so that all of the stuff is on the inside there. I think that should work just fine. We need a table and a shop shelf. So, shop shelf, we'll put a few of these in. And this is going to be where we store all of our stuff, like this, all of our stock, like that. And the tables, I guess we'll run a table down the middle, like there. And yeah, I guess we can't really put one there, otherwise people aren't going to be able to walk past. So hopefully, for now, one table is going to be more than enough. And we did set up this area over here, I think, for the psychologists, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go over to programs here. So, we set up pharmacological treatment of drug addiction, which apparently 80 people have passed, so we have a room for that. Do we have rooms for all of these things? It looks like we do. We did want to set up an area for behavioral therapy, which I think is the one we didn't have a room for. So if I try and I can't start this yet, probably because we don't have a spare psychologist's office. I know for a fact that we were going to set up a new psychologist's office, I think up here. For now, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to look into that between episodes, because I had a full plan set up, and I've completely forgotten what my plan was. So for now, we're going to leave that there. This new area has actually been built, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and demolish this wall. We'll get rid of that, and we can start putting in the new cells over there. It is the middle of the night. We've got a death. What the heck? Who died? This guy. Ex-law enforcement. He's a snitch. Oh, no. He should have been in... Oh, no. Okay. We need to go to... intelligence and informants. We need to find people who are snitches, because they need to get moved, like this guy. Ex-law enforcement, you need to get switched. You need to move. You're going to go to protective custody. Who else do we have? Let's go intelligence, informants, gang member, question mark, quick. We don't have that much information on all these people. Here's our legendary guy. We got a potential CI. I guess we could go ahead and hire this guy. Let's have a look. Let's look at his rap sheet. How do we go about hiring this guy? I'm pretty sure we do it through confidential informants, right? Oh, you can tell he's been... Oh, is it this guy? Is it this guy? No, it's this guy? Oh, there we go. Recruit informant. Okay. he is now one of our confidential informants. Hopefully, he will tell us some stuff about all of the people in the prison. We do need to look at medium security as well, because occasionally there are some snitches in medium security. This guy was a snitch and ex-law enforcement. He was kind of both at the same time. Okay, you need to go to protective custody. What else do we have? Snitch, ex-law enforcement, you also need to go to protective custody. We cannot have you in there. Extremely tough, quick, instigator, snitch, here we go. You are also going to go to protective custody. Anybody else? Skilled fighter, strong, instigator, fearless. It doesn't look like it. It's very rare that you see any in maximum security. It doesn't look like we have any at all. So that is good. We might have to expand out protective custody, although I think we've only got 2 in here for now. This should be fine. We should be able to fit all of our new guys in there without an issue. We do need to go ahead and dismantle this now that it's just inside a building. We need to move that to outside. So I thought I was a maximum security prisoner that had somehow managed to escape. Thankfully, it is not. So we managed to build all these new areas. We do have to deploy some people to work in the shop, so we'll get 3 people to work in there. We could probably do with a light or 2, you know, just to make sure people can see what they're doing when they're working in the shop. So we'll do that. Does it have access to power? It totally does, which is good. Do we have lights in all of our other areas? We don't over here, but that'll be fixed as soon as we start putting down our new cells. Speaking of which, we can actually just go ahead and do something like this. Just kind of grab... Oh, we can't go too far out that way. Okay, we'll grab like a bunch of cells. I would prefer it go to the wall. So we'll do that. And then we'll go ahead and build all this in here. I'm going to do it to there, because I do want to reallocate this. You can see when I've planned it, I've kind of reorganized this a bit to get rid of this dormitory here. So, you know what? We'll start on this side. We'll go boom, 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 and I guess boom? Yeah, that actually works out perfectly. Okay, hit play. That cost us a bunch of money, but that's going to get a bunch of new medium security guys in at the top section there. Let me just make sure that that is actually set up like it's supposed to be. And of course, it's not, because we just built a bunch of new stuff. So let's get rid of that. This is set to staff only, which is good. And then this is all off limits, which should be fine. So we'll hit play there. That should all be good. Everything is looking fine. We got a couple of guards who are not doing anything. We should definitely start to look into setting up some deployments up here as well. We want to have a guard kind of just wander backwards and forwards around there. Probably have him hook up and kind of look in here every so often. You know, we'll have 2 guards patrolling around this new sector. We'll also have them kind of peek in there every now and again as well. We should probably have a guard who walks around here. Make sure that nothing suspicious happens around the shop. We'll go ahead and throw you down there. Wow, we've got so many guard patrols. What the actual heck? We could definitely do with some around what is going to be maximum security. So we'll extend out the armed guard patrol, and we'll have a normal guard patrol kind of walk backwards and forwards there, and also backwards and forwards there. And then we'll also set up some down the bottom here for the new medium security area. Medium security shouldn't be too bad. So, for the most part, that should be fine. This is all expanded out, but this is fine. All of these rooms will work. They'll work for now without a wall, albeit it'll be a little bit weird. Everyone's in the showers. Everyone's in all of their new showers. This is all good. We could probably do with lights in the showers, I guess. Because it looks like none of our showers have lights, so they're kind of just showering in the dark. So, let's go and start installing lights into all these showers here. Hopefully, that's not going to cause any kind of, like, electrical hazard to all of our prisoners, and we're gonna, like, they're not going to get, like, shocked while they're trying to take a shower. I don't think that's going to be the case, but we'll see, I guess. The danger level is rising. What is the problem first thing in the morning? Is it still food? Let's see here. We want to go to needs. Yeah, it's kind of food for everybody. Everyone's a little unhappy with the food situation. What is our current policy on food? It's high variety and high quantity. Twice a day. So we are spending an awful lot on food. I'm actually fairly tempted to take that down to medium quantity, medium variety. But everyone is complaining about food. It could be an issue with the number of seats that we have. Or maybe we're not... Yeah, we're not really feeding everybody. We could probably do with expanding out a little bit. It looks like we're going to have to expand out a bit, because it looks like this is not cutting it just yet. So you know what? Let's grab the clone tool. Let's quickly clone that there. And then I think we're going to have to start... Unfortunately, I can't rotate it, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is kind of repeating this same system, but kind of along, going sideways instead of going the other way. So if we put out like a cooker, how big is the sink? Can this work? It can't really work because it doesn't centralize well, which is really annoying. But I guess what we could do is we could put like a sink there, Actually, we can put that right up against the wall. We can put a sink there. We can put a sink there. We can put cookers here, here, and here. And then we can put fridges like here and here. Possibly, and try and get like a bunch of extra stuff made on this side here. How many chefs do we have right now? We've only got 5. Is that 8 cooks? I think we've got 8 cooks in total, feeding 300 prisoners. So you know what? That number is going to have to go up significantly here. We're going to bump this up to 20 cooks. We're going to have 20 cooks. They don't necessarily all have to work in minimum security. Some of them can go work in medium security and maximum security, but we definitely need to get them up and running. So let's go and hook this up over there. That's already hooked up, which is fine. We are going to have to hook up these guys with some pipes, so we'll do something like that, and that should work out just fine. We'll preemptively do it on this side as well, because we'll probably end up doing the same thing over here at some point in the future. That's looking good for now. My goodness. Look at this. We have so many eggs over here. My gosh. All right. We need to, we need more stuff. We need to expand out and do the same thing over here. So, let's throw down, I can't put a sink there. So on this one, we'll do a sink there and there. We'll do a cooker. I guess we'll put cookers like here. I kind of want to have 3 cookers, but I guess we're going to have to do with 2 cookers there. And then like 2 fridges there and there. And hopefully that works out. I don't know if they're going to be able to put these things down, like, with the boxes here, but I'm going to try and do it. We might have to invest in bigger kitchens. Like, this might not be big enough to feed all of the prisoners that we have, but we will try and make it happen. We'll try and keep things running here in our prison. Hopefully it works out okay. Jeez, this is not looking good. So, let's do that, let's do that, let's do that, and I guess like that. Should work out fine. Oh, that's gonna... no, we'll undo that there. And then we'll again run all the pipes along. Like so, and like so. Hopefully, all of the new chefs that we've hired will be able to get this work done. We have fed nowhere near all of the prisoners, which is why they all have complaints. I'm surprised, actually, that as many of them say they're well treated as they do, because there were so many of them who were not getting food just then. That's crazy. We do kind of have to keep in mind, as we expand our prison, that we also need to expand all of the other factors of our prison. For example, we've just expanded minimum security quite a bit, and we've got plans to expand it even more, but we didn't expand the yard. The canteen is still the same size. I do think we can cram quite a lot more tables and benches in here to fit all of the new people, because there is nowhere near enough capacity for the 125 minimum security prisoners that we have right now. So next episode, we are going to have to come back, kind of shrink these down a little bit, put them a bit close together, and try and fit as many as we can into there. We should definitely do the same thing with medium security when we get the chance. For now, maximum security is more than fine. There's like more than enough tables here for the 20 maximum security prisoners that we have. So that should be fine. We might even end up putting down secondary canteens for minimum and normal security, because these guys who are going to end up being over here have to go a long way to get to the canteen. So we might have to look at that, might have to change a few things, but that is all for next time. For now, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Prison Architect there. As always, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like. It really does help out a lot. Leave a comment down below if you've got any suggestions, and I will see you guys next time.